Let's breathe together. Start with posture. On your back with your legs uncrossed. Maybe the bed or the sofa or the floor or the recliner kicked back. Comfortable. Just get comfortable. And watch your breath and begin to lengthen and deepen, pulling the air in through both nostrils and pulling it all the way down. As you do, your diaphragm moves down and pushes against your internal organs lightly, and it opens up the space so that the air can travel all the way to the bottom, which is where most of the blood circulates. We talk about how there's a half to a teacup of blood up at the top of the lungs and a whole liter down at the bottom. So with just this simple act of lengthening and deepening the breath, we're creating big change. Good for us. And keep breathing, drawing the air down and pulling it all the way down, and then continuing to pull the air in, and your belly rounds, and then it rounds across your back and your rib cage, and then up into your chest, and at the very top, spill it out and let it flow out. As your body gently lengthens and flattens and all the way to the bottom, and your belly button moves back towards your spine. And continue the pattern of inhaling and pulling the air down and continuing the pull so that you round up all the way to your collarbones, and then releasing and letting it go. Don't try too hard, that gets in the way. Gentle, pulling the air in and down and continuing to pull, rounding up and then releasing and letting the air go. Good. Well, our head sits right on top of us, and between our bodies and our head is our neck. Let's do some isometric exercises this morning intended to help us get our head on straight. Something my mother used to say, get your head on straight. Use your hand. Bring your right hand up to your head and place the heel of the palm right above the right temple on that bony area. And push with your palm and resist with your head and breathe. Breathe 3 to 5 of your deep breaths while you hold the tension between your palm and your head. And feel how the muscles are activated in the neck. And then notice if you've brought some extra tension in your face that you don't need. And find one place in your body where you picked up tension you don't need. And as you breathe and maintain the palm and the head, let that tension go while you maintain the palm and the head. And when the breath's complete, bring the hand down. We strive for balance and symmetry, so now bring the left hand up to the left side of your head on that bony area just above the temple, and push the heel of your palm into that area and create pressure, and breathe. Breathe 3 to 5 long deep breaths while you maintain the pressure, and then look for any extra tension that's not needed. Other parts of our body think they're helping by tensing, and they're not. So we practice bringing the tension that's needed to do what we're doing and noticing anything extra and letting it go. And we get better at it with practice. Feeling the muscles in the neck as they resist. Waking them up, helping them, strengthening them so that we hold our head on straight. Good. When the breath's complete, release the hands down. Now bring your palm right up to the center of your forehead and notice how you center it based on the nose. Start at that indentation between the eyes and then move the palm up. And now create pressure and push against the forehead and resist with the head. And breathe 3 to 5 long breaths. And again, let go of any tension that's not needed. Hold the pressure and continue the long breath. And when 3 to 5 breaths are complete, release the hand down. Now bring your right hand up to the forehead, the palm pushing against the center of the forehead. Push with the palm and resist with the head, and breathe. Let go of any tension that you find that's not needed. Just find one place and release it. I noticed my shoulders were tense. My left shoulder wanted to participate, and it's my right hand, so let that go if you find it. And breathe. And when the 3 to 5 breaths are complete, bring your hand down. And just notice how you feel and how your neck feels and how your head feels. Good. Here's an interesting one. We all have things that we need to let go of. And the moon has completed its cycle. And let's consider so have we, and we're going to let go of something that came up during the course of the month. You don't have to name it. In fact, don't name it. Just think to yourself, well, things came up this month that I wish hadn't come up, and I spent time thinking about them, and they need to go. Whatever it is, don't have to name it. Just trust that whatever it is, you're going to get rid of it. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to bring one hand up to the center of your forehead, and you're going to place the other hand, the palm, against the back of your head on that bony ridge. And you're going to push with one hand and push with the other hand and squeeze your head. And whatever it is needs to go, you just squished it out. So breathe and say goodbye to whatever had you on edge over the month. Breathe 3 to 5 breaths. Maybe even a visual of watching it flow out like a little cloud of or vapor, just whoosh out it goes. And it's time to start over. And when the breath's complete, release. Good. Now on the next in-breath, breathe in and fill all the way to the top. And at the top, take in 3 extra sniffs. And then let the breath flow out through either the mouth or the nose, all the way to the bottom. And at the bottom, 3 puffs. And do that again several times. The breath is even on the inhale and even on the exhale with this practice. And it resets and recalibrates you and reminds you of the breath and both the inhale and the exhale, and makes them even. Good. It's the full moon time. And let's breathe the breath that we call the moon breath. And that breath is done through the left nostril. So bring the right hand up to the face, and with one of your fingers, the thumb, the index finger, the ring finger, block off the right nostril and continue your long, full, complete breath through the left nostril. The breath is calming and cooling. Breathe and feel the effects. And as you breathe, I'll read you a few things about the moon. So what we're taught is that the moon, when it is full, it's completely illuminated when it's seen from the earth. And during this time, the earth is right between the sun and the moon, and all three are in a line. And so things are lined up, and we line ourselves up, and we breathe through the left nostril. The traditional thought in India is that the full moon affects the movement and flow of water in creation. The full moon is thought to bring on swings in the mind and emotions. And that's the origin of the word lunatic. Interesting. Our body consists of 70% water. And the pull of the moon creates change. And some people believe that meditating on the full moon enables you to go inward, beyond the mind, and experience the divinity within. And so we breathe the moon breath and enjoy the calming, cooling effects. Maybe you have a chance to go outside and do the moon breath under the light of the moon. And keep breathing the moon breath, pulling the air in all the way to the bottom through the left nostril, and filling all the way to the top, and then at the top releasing the breath out through the left nostril, the moon breath. And celebrate being lined up with movement within your body so that you can choose to be and do what you want to do and to be. And now release your hand down and breathe in completely through both nostrils, filling to the very top, rounding up, and then releasing the breath and letting it flow out. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. We'll finish with one long Satnam, that beautiful mantra that means truth is my identity. That's who I am and who you are and who the birds are and who everything in the universe is. Truth. Chant along if you want, or just listen. Have a really great day.